Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell the truth about silver. Today is Sunday the 8th of December 2019, and yesterday we produced two videos. Our gold and silver weekly update for the weekend in the 6th of December, and one entitled, Is it time to forget bonds and where will the funds go? Where we discussed an article written in FT Advisor, highlighting that bonds as an investment are becoming less attractive, and recommends potential investment alternatives. Some of the alternatives, or the main alternative, may actually surprise you. And we've placed links to both of these in the description box below. Now we are putting out a very brief early morning video today, which shows an article by Bloomberg, basically supporting the view we have taken on the Fed and the economy. And we thought we would share this with you. Now later today, we shall also be publishing a video podcast where we have a conversation with Controversially Greg and discuss some tips on how one can purchase gold and silver cheaply. And once again, we urge you to watch out for that video. It is admittedly 20 minutes long, but for the new or inexperienced stacker, it offers some alternatives to traditional ways of acquiring your precious metals. And more importantly, at spot or lower than spot prices. However, back to today's Bloomberg article. Now this is what it says. Bloomberg economics article. Central banks battle trade war teams for attention. Economy weak. By Simon Kennedy, December the 8th, 2019 at 3 o'clock a.m. GMT. Central bankers will vie with trade negotiators for the attention of investors this week. The Federal Reserve and European Central Bank make their final monetary policy decisions of the year on Wednesday and Thursday, respectively. Both are expected to leave interest rates unchanged after cutting them earlier in the year, amid signs global growth is stabilizing. It will be the first meeting for Christine Lagarde since she became president of the European Central Bank. What Bloomberg's economists say. A much stronger than expected November jobs report would bolster Fed officials' confidence in their decision to curtail interest rate cuts in December. The economy may be slowing at year end, but not nearly enough to trigger Fed Chair Jerome Powell's material reassessment threshold for additional action. Much of the Fed and the European Central Bank's economic outlook for 2020 is dependent on whether the US and China can strike a Phase 1 trade deal that will avoid the imposition of yet more tariffs. The December the 15th deadline for fresh US duties is looming, and President Donald Trump's rhetoric has been heated, but talks are still ongoing. Global markets have largely priced in an agreement, and most economists are relying on one for their global growth projections to pan out. So if there's no accord before the 15th of December or a postponement of duties, there will be some disappointment. If that's not enough, there's a UK election, called in theory to break the parliamentary impasse on how to leave the European Union. Here's what happened last week, and below is our overview of what's going on in the world economy in these coming days. US and Canada. The Fed is set to hold steady after reducing interest rates 3 times this year amid slowing growth, trade tensions, volatile markets, and relentless pressure from Trump. Friday's blockbuster jobs report will reinforce hopes among policymakers that they're on the right path. Powell will speak to reporters after the Fed announces its decision on Wednesday. Earlier that day, the latest consumer price data is predicted to show inflation at 2%. Friday sees the release of retail sales numbers, which are forecast to show growth of 0.4% in November from the previous month. Elsewhere in Washington, trade officials will be trying to seal a deal with their Chinese counterparts. In Canada, Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz, who just announced he won't seek another term, speaks in Toronto on Thursday. Europe, Russia, Middle East. Lagarde's first monetary policy decision as ECB president will probably not feature a shift in stance, but the occasion provides investors with their first real opportunity to gauge the leadership style and tone of the woman who will manage the euro for much of the next decade, meaning it's likely to be very closely watched. Thursday's general election in the United Kingdom finally promises to end a hiatus of meaningful economic news there, raising the prospect of a clearer immediate outlook on Brexit, the direction of monetary policy, and even maybe who the next Bank of England governor might be. The next Bank of England chief will have 50 days at best to get ready. So, as we highlighted in our weekly update yesterday, others too are of the view that the Fed will not lower rates next week. We've also come across a number of other useful articles which we shall also share over the coming days. Meanwhile, please watch out for our video later today where we provide some tips on how to obtain gold and silver at very favourable prices, and we have also placed in the description box below our video published a few days ago entitled Small Bargain Gold Purchase from Local Pawn Shop, which acts as a precursor to this afternoon's video. Thank you so much for listening. Please share your thoughts in the comment box below, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell sign so that you're notified of videos as and when they are published. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. Please ensure that you have subscribed to our channel and press the bell sign so that you are notified of any future videos. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe either as a free or paying member for regular email updates and offers. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.